What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned in to the Triple M Boxing Channel, your source for all y'all boxing needs. And what a great weekend, SB.
Ooh.
The fight finally happened.
Yeah.
Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. And man, Garcia fooled a lot of people, didn't he?
And also Garcia. He fooled me. He fooled me, man. What a weekend, man. But before we start, Melis, I want to see your reaction, or I want to know your reaction to the fight announcement. Doubleheader, June 15th, we got David Benavidez going up to 175 against Oleksandr Gvozdyk. And then the main event, we got Mr. Tank against Mr. Martin. What do you think of this event?
Oh, it's going to be, well, first off, big ups to David Benavidez for going up in weight. He doesn't want to wait for that Canelo fight. So he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going up a weight class. I'm going to take out Oleksandr. And then after that, if he wins, he's going for either Better Biev or Bivol.
Yeah.
That's chasing greatness, in my opinion.
I agree. He's not here to wait for Canelo. He said this Canelo fight won't define his career, and I do agree. If he doesn't get Canelo, he's trying to go for in my opinion, more dangerous guys. Because number one, these guys are bigger. Number two, if it's Artur Beterbiev, it can't get more dangerous than that. But I'm hoping it's not. But yeah, he's putting himself in a position where he's a mandatory for at 175, and obviously he's still the mandatory at 168. So he's open to both, and he just said that he's going to be in the Canelo Munguia fight. So hopefully there's little call outs there because I still want to see that fight happen.
Yeah, man. Fingers crossed it does. And then the main event, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. Now that fight, that's going to be an interesting fight, man. And if I'm thinking about it, it can go either way.
I can't wait to break this down, and I can't wait to bet on this night too. I feel like we're gonna win a lot of money. So Tank is back. It's in Vegas. Is it in Vegas? I think it's in Vegas.
MGM, yeah, MGM.
Yeah, so it is in Vegas. He's back after the Ryan Garcia fight. And yeah, we'll see how he is because it'll be a year off. Frank Martin, he's not as active either, but I think it's a good fight. Although I do want to see Tank get up in competition because obviously Frank Martin is a tough guy, but he's not one of the top guys at a 135 division. But Tank is, so we'll see. But I can't wait to break this down, man.
Yeah, and you're right. He hasn't fought in like almost a year.
Yeah, since
coming up to almost a year. So we'll see how he performs. We'll see if ring rust is a real thing. And since we're talking about Tank, you see his tweets?
Yeah.
With Ryan Garcia.
So he said, "I'm set up my camp for Monday, but as of right now, we're gonna celebrate our victory." This guy said, "Our victory, man."
Yeah, it's so dumb. I love it. He was like, "Call me, man. I'm in New York. It's all me.
I'll give you my
45 and Coke." It's like, what?
No, but yeah, let's just transition to that, man. So that fight, Tank is happy. Devin Haney, what a warrior, but man, Ryan Garcia came out with a victory. Initial reaction.
Wow. That's all I got to say. Wow. First and foremost, he fooled everybody. Number one, when they're showing footage of him in the locker room, I thought he was nervous. I thought he was shaking in his boots. Right? Just the tone between like Devin Haney and his locker room, he was hitting the pads and whatnot. And then there's Garcia with the freaking strings and all that stuff, right? It was very different. And then throughout the fight, I'm like, wow, did not expect this at all.
No. I'd say this, the first left hook that he landed in round one set the pace. Definitely set the pace. Haney, it's hard, man. I thought Haney was going to be the master boxer. And, I'll go and say I was so wrong. We were both wrong, but I was so wrong. I thought Haney was going to outclass Ryan, so I give Ryan all the credit, man. He was able to go there and bully Haney. He neutralizes Haney's jab. Haney was just pot shotting all night.
Yeah.
And again, I think that left hook that rocked Haney in the first round set the pace because he felt it's too early. It was too early. Haney tried to outbox him, but I think a fully rehydrated Ryan kind of weight bullied the weight bully, man. Usually they say Haney was rehydrates 25 pounds after making weight, but I feel like Ryan was heavier that night, and he was obviously powerful, more powerful.
I agree. And do you think that 3 pounds made a world of a difference?
Absolutely, I think it did. Um, will it make a difference in the results of the fight? I doubt it. 3 pounds is pretty. 3 pounds is a lot to lose. That's why he didn't like Ryan didn't even try to lose the 3 pounds, and he just didn't care about the belt. But definitely, it helped Ryan gain more weight. Did it help him in the fight? Probably he felt better, but will it change the outcome if he were to make 140? I don't think so, man. I think Ryan is just always the bigger guy, and he has Haney's number. They've been fighting since the amateur, and I think it. Yes, it did make a difference, but I don't think it would have made a difference in the fight. Both can be true.
Now, let me ask you this. What do you think of the ref this fight?
I'd say this, man. We lost money because of the ref. Shout out to Harvey Doc, but I disagree, with this call, the point deduction, because to be honest, I think it was closer than what a lot of people thought it would be. Ryan wasn't really doing much during the middle rounds. It's just obviously when he hurt him. But Haney was just pot shotting, and I thought Haney won some of the middle rounds. And with the knockdown getting nullified, I thought it was closer than what people thought it was. But I thought the right guy won. But Harvey Doc, man, I disagree with that point deduction. Not only that, but that's the time when Haney had no legs, man.
Yeah.
And there's 2 minutes left, a minute 45 left, and that point deduction gave Haney at least 20 seconds. And obviously, in a fight with Haney's recovery, that's a lot. Although he still was buzzed, but that made a difference. I thought that would have been stopped if they would have went toe to toe.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there. Those like every second counts, especially when at this high level. Like these guys, they're fully trained, they're fully conditioned. The one thing I would do want to say is with Haney's chin, yeah, he got tested, but dude, he did not sleep.
No, he almost did, but hey, I give him that. Is he chinny? Yeah, he gets hit, but he's able to recover. Do I think it should have been stopped? Yes and no. If the ref wouldn't have gave Ryan a point deduction, I think it would have been stopped. But yeah, kudos to Haney. He didn't quit, man, and he's there till the end. He fought till the end.
Right now, last thing, man. Garcia's shell. Do you think that's effective? Because I'm gonna say this right now. I think it is, because it's like, what do I hit? Do I just hit your rib? I say yes, hell yeah, all day. If he's given to you, do it.
It just doesn't look good. And shout out to Showbiz, that's what he said, man. It works. He's not getting hit. It just doesn't look good. And even Harvey Doc was like, I don't know what to say, because he's not turning his back. He's almost turning his back, but he's not. He's still on the sideways, right? Like he's still sideways. So it worked, man. He was able to dodge Haney's punches. Haney was just hitting the ribs. Obviously, it doesn't hurt. But if Ryan doesn't want to engage, he just goes on a shell and he's not getting hit. So I guess it was effective. He was able to hurt Haney a bunch of times. It's just I don't like it because it doesn't give Ryan opportunities to counter, because he's literally like this. He's unable to counter, but I guess he's not a counterpuncher, and he just bulldozed Haney, man.
Yeah, and even with those those moments when he was doing that, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, he's taking a break. That's what he's doing.
Because that's especially the first 5-6 rounds, because that's when he couldn't he didn't touch Haney yet. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you doing? That's why I thought the middle rounds Haney got, because that's all that Ryan did, and he barely punched. I'd say this, man. One thing about Ryan Garcia, I know that Haney came there fully trained, fully conditioned, and based on that Ryan Garcia's performance, I don't think Ryan was. In my opinion, he took a lot. He fought in spurts, which he doesn't usually do. And that's pretty much it. Because Ryan just goes forward, but he fought in spurts. That's why it's weird seeing him hurting Haney and not following up the round after.
Yeah.
That's why we thought he was gunshot, but obviously he wasn't. So I'd say this: a fully conditioned Ryan would probably taken Haney out. I mean, that he almost took Haney out with that type of conditioning. So a fully conditioned Ryan will probably got him out, get Haney out early because I think he would have just bullied him all night.
That's true.
Yeah.
The other thing I was telling you earlier, Loma couldn't put Haney out. Linares couldn't put Haney out. Cambosis couldn't put Haney out. But Garcia and his left hook did. Everyone always talking, oh, he's a one-trick pony. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Look at him now.
That was
Kudos to him, though, you know?
good on him because that was going to be okay. That was another observation. I thought Haney is better defensively. I think now seeing his flaws, he doesn't do good with fast twitchy fighters that comes forward. And with the Loma fight, yes, it was a close fight, but you got to understand Loma is not even a 135 pounder. Loma is like 130 at best, and Haney's obviously not 135. Haney can go to welterweight. We saw that. But now he met his match. He met a guy that's bigger, and obviously he was bigger because he missed weight. And he met a guy that's obviously faster and more powerful. But one thing I'd say this, man, how do you not see that left hand coming? Everything that he got hit with, man, it started with that left hook. And we all know that's his best punch. What do you think about that left hook? Well, obviously, what do you think about Haney not being able to dodge the left hook?
It was interesting because I was watching Haney the whole fight. I was just watching his defense. He always had his right hand covering. Yeah, it was always hugging, right? But Garcia was setting it up the whole fight. He was like circling around, trying to get it. He would throw his jab, boom, boom, and come around. I'm like, wow, he knows what he's doing, and he's quick too. That's the biggest thing. His hook was fast.
Oh man, it's lightning fast. It's I think shout out to Johnson because he's the one that told us. He's like, man, you know it's coming, but it's just if you get hit with it, you just when you're in a fight, it's totally different, right? And then obviously that's what happened to Haney because he kept getting hit by that left hook, and that was a big difference. Obviously, it got him out of there. Almost got him out of there.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: if Haney didn't get shooked by the first left hook in the first round, do you think the outcome would have been the same still?
Yes, yes.
You think so?
I think so. I think he would have got caught regardless. First round, second round, third round. I'm just surprised he got caught early. That's the thing because that literally sets pace. But with how that fight went, Ryan was just gonna hit him. Like he was gonna get hit, and obviously when he got hit, we all know what happened. So I think if it wasn't the first, it would have been like the second, third, fourth. Ryan would have caught him still.
Eventually. It would have eventually caught up to him.
Yeah,
to Haney.
It did till like round 11. I'm surprised that Ryan took round 12 too. But yeah, it was a great fight, man. What do you think? What do you think's next for them? Do you think there should be a rematch, or do you think they both just need to move on?
That's where I'm like kind of iffy about it. Because number one, when Haney beat Loma right away, I want a rematch. What does Haney do?
He
nah.
did. Yeah.
Nah, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, bro, they've been fighting since the amateurs, right? So they fought 6 times in total in the amateurs, 1 in the pros. I honestly think, hell yeah, why not? Maybe in a few years.
Yeah.
That'd be another big money fight. So I say, hell yeah, I'd be down to watch it.
Man, I mean, if they rematch right away, I'll be there again. So I watch. But I agree, man. Devin Haney's still the champion at 140. Obviously, he didn't lose his belt. So he still has to defend his belt. If that's the route that he wants to go, which I think he should, just just get a couple of wins, a few more wins to build your resume, keep defending your belt. Because I think he'll be too small for 147. And we saw that. He fought a Ryan that's 143. And he was too small for Ryan. So I think Haney's caps at 140. For Ryan, man, he just said it. He said he's not going back to 140. That's why I don't think this rematch will happen unless it's over 140. So I think he's moving on to, a heavier weight at 147, which we don't know how he's going to perform. But I think he will do better than Haney just because he's naturally bigger than Haney. Now, moving on to the weight, though, we all know that Ryan came in at 143, and I sent you that picture when he was fighting Haney, what he looks like against when he was fighting Tank. What do you think of both results? Do you think Tank beat him because Tank was just a better boxer, or do you think Ryan was really drained against Tank?
Oh man, he looked really drained. He looked like he was sick during
Yeah,
that fight. So I honestly do believe that if he wasn't weight drained, if he didn't have that leak in sparring, well, that would have happened anyways. But if he wasn't fully weight trained for that fight, I think it would have been a different outcome.
you think he would have won? Tough.
That's still tough.
Yeah, it's tough, and but I do agree with you. Like both can be true. You know what I mean? Like Tank can still be the better fighter, but that doesn't mean Ryan wasn't drained during that fight night. Because you saw that picture, man. Damn. And we got to remember this. It was a catch weight at 136, and there's a rehydration clause.
Yeah.
So he couldn't weigh at 147 is the most that he can weigh in. I bet you Ryan was at least 170 that night. Yes, last night.
Oh yeah, he was big.
You know? So, man, a rehydrated Ryan, it probably would have been a different outcome. He probably wouldn't have gotten dropped. Do I think he would have won? I don't know. Tank is still, more skillful, obviously. And that left hand is powerful, man. So, but I think both can be true. Do I want to see a rematch? It's probably not going to happen. Tank is fighting at 135, and Ryan is not even going to go down to 140. So, I think Ryan should go up to 147 and onto better things like Conor Ben, Boots. He calls the shots, though. So, whatever he wants, man, he gets.
That's true, man. And again, we were wrong. Congratulations to Ryan Garcia, man. That was a really good fight. I give him his flowers.
I give him his flowers, man. That's a good performance. That's what it's about, proving us wrong. And I was definitely wrong, man. Like, shout outs to Ryan.
Right? He knows how to promote a fight. So kudos to him for his great performance. Kudos to fooling everybody thinking that he was mentally unstable, trying to call off the fight and whatnot.
Yep.
And let us know what you guys think of that fight, man. Do you think that was a masterclass by Garcia? Do you think Haney would take Garcia in the rematch? Let us know.
Let us know.
Come on, man. And until next time, guys, we'll see you at the Jaime Munguia fight. You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
sir.
We're out.
We're out.